Welcome back. I'm delighted to introduce my next guest, John Adams from Activate Learning.
Thank you, Alex.
John, so this partnership between Milton Keynes College Group and Activate Learning to develop the South Central Institute of Technology, what does this mean for you and Activate Learning?
Well, I think it's great because when we look at the sectors that businesses in our local areas need, digital skills in the tech sector are absolutely the top priority. So having a partnership where we focus on that as a sector makes complete sense from our perspective. That's where the opportunities are for local young people in our area. I think also Milton Keynes, Oxford and Reading have a lot in common as cities. Their economies are very similar. They're all some of the highest performing cities in the UK, and they're all well known for science and technology jobs. So there's a real kind of synergy. You know, they're all in the Thames Valley. They're all either on the Oxford to Cambridge arc or sort of following a line along there. So they're all locations that are known for being strong in the technology sector.
Brilliant. And the opportunity then to form a digital institute of technology, what does that mean for the Thames Valley and specifically our three locations, Bletchley, Oxford and Reading?
Well, I think these are all areas where there's huge potential for growth. You know, the economies are thriving, but one of the biggest challenges they've got, certainly in the tech sector, is the ability to find skills. You know, businesses do report real challenges in recruiting staff with the necessary skills in this sector. So what we're really trying to do is attract people from different backgrounds who perhaps either don't think of studying at a higher level or don't consider jobs in the tech sector for them. That's what the businesses in these sectors have got to do if they're going to solve their skills and recruitment needs. So that's really what we see we're doing, is creating fantastic opportunities for young people, but also solving the skills shortages, the skills challenges that businesses in our area have.
Brilliant. And it's great to think about those sort of strategic talent pipelines and the development of sort of career pathways. What do you make of the way that we're working with industries and how they are contributing to the design, development and also delivery of the Institute of Technology?
Well, I think one of the things that businesses can do is attract students that normally might not think of studying at high levels. So they perhaps don't want to make that commitment to go away from home, study for 3 years at university with all the challenges that brings. They want to study in a different way, in a more practical way, in a way that feels relevant to the jobs market. And I think what really appeals to them is the idea that they will be highly employable at the end of it. They can see the direct link between the skills they're learning and the jobs that are available at the moment. And I think now more so than ever, you know, it's a very difficult jobs market for young people entering the world of work. And I think seeing businesses so actively engaged in what we're doing really helps young people see that this is going to be an opportunity for them. Yeah,
we actually had Adam and Deborah on earlier who said exactly that, the opportunity to develop within those real world projects and have the industry experts delivering the learning, the practical problem solving and the challenges that students are facing, really contributing to the development of their knowledge, skills and behaviours. John, now you also form part of our anchor partner strategy group. We've had a number of our anchor partners who have featured throughout this afternoon. What does it mean to be an anchor partner for you personally?
First of all, I'd say it's been fantastic working with those business partners, and I think their commitment to the project's been really, really fantastic. The amount of time and effort they've given to supporting the setup of the project, committing their team's time to working with students, designing the curriculum has really, really been fantastic. So I think from our perspective, it's been really exciting to bring together the worlds of education and business, because I think what they absolutely bring is the ability to keep up to date with the latest technologies, the latest things that are happening in their sector in AI and data science, big data and so on, in a way that we in the education sector on our own just couldn't possibly do. So I think being involved with something right from the beginning that feels like it's really at the cutting edge of the direction that education needs to go in, I think has been really, really exciting.
Brilliant. And we're seeing those policy reforms, supporting the development and that working together of the ecosystem. Now, we talk about the ecosystem, including all of the anchor partners and the wider partnership network. What are the opportunities for people within the Thames Valley region and maybe beyond to be part of the Institute of Technology project?
Well, I think one of the exciting things is that by engaging with the Institute of Technology, they're not just engaging with one campus, one location. Yeah. You know, many of the businesses that we work with will have either they'll have offices in more than one location, or they'll be open to remote working, home working increasingly. And so actually just working with one college in one location isn't necessarily going to be the best way to do it. So the fantastic opportunity I think for them really is they're tapping into a pipeline of talent in Milton Keynes and Reading and Oxford by engaging with the IoT.
And how about for our students? Obviously, they now form part of a much wider community, community of practice, a community of study, community of learning, and community of ongoing development. What's the benefit for them for having these 3 campus locations?
One thing we probably learned in the last year or so is that students do often like being on a campus. So they like having their local community, their group of students, a cohort that they really build relationships with and get to know. But I think the beauty we've got with the IoT is they can still have that, but be part of a much wider network. So, you know, we plan that we'll have live broadcast lessons from one campus to another, so that if we've got a particular expert on a particular subject who happens to be based in Reading or Milton Keynes, the students on the other campuses still get the benefit of that expertise. They can broadcast live to them. Or when businesses are engaging and they want to talk to our students, they can talk to all 3 campuses at once. I think also part of our job is about broadening horizons of students as well. And whilst they may live in Milton Keynes or Oxford or Reading, it may well be that the best career options for them aren't there in the future. It may be that the jobs they want are in one of the other locations. So I think helping them to build a network with businesses based in other areas beyond their immediate geography and with students beyond their immediate environment, I think is also just a part of broadening their horizons, because it might be the perfect job for them isn't local, it's in one of the other locations. Yeah.
It's a really interesting point, and the fact that we've all learned through this global pandemic that digital transcends geographical boundaries, and there's a real opportunity for our students, not only in the Thames Valley, but beyond, and the idea that we can bring in industry speakers, potentially even students from much further afield in the future. Can we hear a little bit more about the sort of the timeline and the opportunities for each of the campus locations?
Yep, so we're really excited. We're planning, Reading is going to be the first campus that we launch. So we've got some work going on over the summer to make the campus ready. So that launches in September of this year. And then a major building project at our Oxford Technology campus, which will go live in September 22. So that's going to be, in both cases, it'll be a range of higher education provision, full-time and part-time, and apprenticeships.
Fantastic. And to mirror exactly where we are sat right now, we have sort of our beta launch from the Bletchley campus, and we will be connecting each of those digitally through the coming months before we open our doors and have the building handover at our Bletchley campus in April of 2023. John, it's been a delight to catch up with you. It's great to hear more about the partnership and the opportunities for all of our students. So thank you very much.
Thanks, Alex.
Julie, I look forward to joining you in the studio.